Little Wing, lovely song. First appeared on the Jimi Hendrix album, Axis Boulders Love. Lovely Stratocaster tone on that, really nice out of phase sound. Anyway, can't be done on a cigar box guitar, but as with most 3-string cigar box guitar songs, we can play an approximation and make a few compromises along the way and get something that sounds pretty decent, I think. So, how do we play it? Okay, so before anything else, just go through the tuning. I'm tuned G, D, G, so it's G, D, G. It's an open G. I'll go through the chords first of all. So the first chord is in E, and I'm playing that up at the 9th fret, just barred across all 3 strings there. So there's my E. It's an E5, so it's not a major or a minor. If we were playing it on a 6-string guitar, it would be an E minor, but I'm just playing that there, barred across 3 strings at the 9th fret. And then the next chord is a G, and I'm playing that in this position here at the 7th, 5th and 7th fret. That's my G. So I'm going from an E to a G. And then the next note, next chord I want to play is an A. Now again on a 6-string that would be an A minor, but we can get away with our 5 chords there. So that's the A played at the 2nd fret. And then I'm going back to the E minor, back down to the E minor, but this time instead of playing it there, I'm actually playing an E minor, and I'm playing this at the 4th, 2nd open. So I've got 4th fret on that low G string, 2nd fret on the middle D, and then the top G is just open, so that gives us the E minor. So those first 4 chords are E at the 9th fret, barred across all 3. Then that 7-5-7 position there to play the G. Then I'm playing an A at the 2nd fret, barred across all 3. And then the E minor there in the low position, so we're playing 4th fret, 2nd fret, open, E minor. Then it goes up to a B minor on a 6-string, but we're again just going to play the bar across all 3 strings. So there's my B. Then I'm going to play the B flat in passing down to the A there. So I'm going to go. So there's the A. So the 2 main chords are the B. And then it goes up to a C. And then G again at 7-5-7. Then drop that down to an F. Back up to the C, barred across all 3 strings, and then a D. And that's it really, so I'll play that all the way through, so it's just give it a bit of rhythm. G, A, E minor, start all over again. The intro to Little Wing, the way I'm playing it is I'm just playing the 12th fret and the 14th fret on the top 2 strings there. So the high G is at the 12th and then the middle D string is at the 14th. So we're just giving it down, up, and then the first down is muted. Then on the upstroke I'm pressing down on the strings but sliding them down at the same time. So it takes a bit of practice to get it right, but that's that. And then what we want to do is land on the E, which is the 9th fret played across all 3 strings. So I'm going to slide that down and then immediately play the E. See that one that time wasn't as muted on the first downstroke. So let's try that again. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm playing the E and then lifting the pressure up and just damping that and muting it. So it's, that's the first bit. Then I'm going to drop down 2 frets and I'm going to play what's called double stops. So I'm going to play 2 strings at the same time and I'm going to hammer on from the 7th fret to the 9th. So I'm going to go, but I'm going to play that string of the 7th fret at the same time. So I'm going. So the full phrase is. So I'm hammering on there from the 7th to the 9th, and then I'm doing the same on the high G string. So I'm going, but I'm playing the 2 strings at the same time, so it's a double stop. Okay, so far we've got so the next bit is on the G, and I'm playing the G at the 7th, 5th, 7th fret. And what I'm going to do with that is slide it up 2 frets. Sound it once, play it once, and slide it up. So you maintain the pressure like that. So I'm going. I'm going to the A. And it's basically a repetition of the little lick we did there on the E. Only I'm playing it down at the open position, so it's open, hammering onto the 2nd fret. So you can you know, this is just what I play. You can mess about with the same notes, or even different notes altogether, and just play your own little motif. And then it goes down to the E minor. And you can add a little bit of colour to that, just slide that up 2 frets. And then it goes to the B, which is just played in the 4th fret, barred across all 3 strings. And then you can throw a little lick in. I'm hammering on to the 7th fret there, from the 4th to the 7th. So it's a hammer on and a pull off, and then I'm just hitting that string there as we go down. So, and then slide up to that C, which again is all 3 strings barred across at the 5th fret. So. Then we're back into the G, which is 7, 5, 7. I'm sliding that up again, so I'm sliding it up 2 frets, so the 9, 7, 9. So, and this time I'm going to slide down 2 as well. So I've slid up 2 and back to the G. Now I'm going to slide down to the F. So. So starting on the G, 7, 5, 7, slide up to the A, so that's 9, 7, 9, and back down again. So let it continue sounding as you slide up and down, so keep the pressure on with your fingers. And then play it again and slide down to the F. So, and then I'm going to do a little lick where I'll take my fingers off all together, and I'm just going to play the low G open. So I'm playing it open, hammering onto the second string, and then playing the D string open. So, and then that open G again, the low G open. And then we're playing the C at the 5th fret there, and then up to the D, 7th fret, so all 3 strings bar the 7th fret. And then it's the little kind of turnaround lick at the end of each verse, so it does. So it's, again, I'm doing that double stop thing, so it's hammering on from the 7th to the 9th fret. So we're on our D chord there, and I'm hammering on double stop and down 2 frets to the D string 5th fret, and then slide up to the 9th fret on our low G, and then the 7th fret. So the whole phrase is, and then you can play some of the chord as well. And then we're back to the start. Go on to the solo bit next. And again, it's actually an octave lower than it would be if I was playing a 6 string. But I've just tried to come up with something that sounds pretty similar to the melody. And it's really, you know, if you're an experienced player and you know your scales and things, it's just an E minor, mostly E minor pentatonic, just played over those chords with some emphasis on whichever chords we land on. But you can just have a mess about in the E minor pentatonic and just play with it, which is generally what I do. And almost every note you play sounds really good, so it's great. But I will go through the different notes just to get just to get it down, so you can see what it is I've mostly played for it, to try and look at the original melody. So I'll do that next. So I'm starting off at the 7th fret, and I'm going to hammer onto the 9th fret on our top G string. So it's just going to be, and then add a little bit of vibrato just to give it some colour to let it sustain. You can play this with distortion or delay, or add any kind of effects and probably make it sound better. But I'll just go through the notes pretty clean for now. So hammering on from the 7th onto the 9th, a little bit of vibrato there, and then again, but then come back off and play that 7th fret note again. So, and then I'm going to play the 9th fret on the D string. So I've got, and then I'm going to play 9, 7, 9. So it's, so we're playing all that just on 3 notes. Then I'm going to play the 9th on our top G string there, 9, 7, and then 5 on the D string, so it's 9, 7, 5. And then I'm going to play the 5 again, and I'm going to slide up to the 9, and then the 7, back down to the 7, so the whole thing so far is, from the 5th, sliding up to the sliding up to the 9th on that middle string. So, and I'm playing the 7th fret on the top string, and then I'm going to hammer on that middle string from the 7 to 9 and back to the 7. A little bit of vibrato again, just to try and give it some colour. And then I'm going to go from, on the middle string again, 5 to 7. And then I'm going to just bend it a little bit. It's about round about a semitone, which is 1 fret or a half step, however you want to name it. So I'm just going to see if I played the notes separately on the frets, it would sound like that, but I'm bending it, so I'm just going. And then I'm going to slide, but I'm going to play the 5th fret again on the middle string and slide that down to the 2nd. And then you can do a little bit of a trill if you want, just to give it a little bit of colour. A trill, basically, if you don't know, is just hammering on and off quickly. It's easier to do on open strings. Anyway, so the whole thing so far. Now I'm going to play the 4th fret on the top string and followed by the 5th fret on the middle string. Slide it up 2 frets, so it's and then another 2, back down to the 5th, so and then again from 7/5 to 2, and then I'm going to do 5/4. I'm just playing, I'm doing like a pull off there, so I'm playing the 5th fret and pulling off to the 5th, so it's and then at the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So I'm just playing 5/4, 5/4, 5/4, and then 5 on the middle string, but I'm just playing it like a kind of slow trill, just pulling off from the 5th to the 4th fret there. And then slide up to the 9th fret on your top string. And then it's impossible to play the same thing that's on the actual song, but I'm just doing again some double stop type things. So I'm playing at the 12th and 14th fret there, I'm hammering on, I'm covering the top 2 strings with my first finger, and I'm hammering on to the 14th fret there. So I'm hammering on the top string and then on the middle string. To be honest, I don't really know what to play on that, so it's something around. We finish on our D there. The bit I regularly play is when it's coming to an end, and I'll play the G, F, and then an E, and then up to an E flat, but I'm playing it there at the, the 8th fret. Across all 3 strings. And then you can do a little bit of noodling. And then it finishes on the G. But of course we can play it open. Which gives us an opportunity to use our harmonics. And that's it. If you've got any questions or suggestions or anything like that, please put them in the comments. I do read all of the comments, so it'd be really useful to hear what you think, whether I fucked you up completely, or whether you've enjoyed it. If you've learnt anything, yeah, I'd like to hear, so let me know. See you next time.